back to my channel. It's your girl SeNyaBella, where style meets grace, and I'm so excited to see each and every one of you here today. To all my new subscribers, welcome to the Bella gang. To all my former subscribers, welcome back. And if this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscription button because you don't want to miss another upload. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the natural no makeup look. Okay, now before I get started, let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. This pimple right here, oh my gosh, y'all, I don't know what happened. I just woke up, it was there, so I popped it, and yeah, look at my face now. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into this makeup look. So the very first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use my Stay Matte Rimmel London primer to prime my face. And I just like to do this, you know, just a little bit all over my face. I like to prime my face, let it sit, and then do my brows, because I just feel like, you know, once you let it sit on your skin, it's priming your skin, getting it ready for the foundation, and so you don't have to worry about it being wet, because I know certain people, especially, so today I didn't moisturize my skin because, like I said, I have combination skin, so my skin will oil up later on in the day, and yeah, that's why I didn't do it today. I just don't, because I feel like the no makeup look, I want mine to look matte. Like, girl, I see you, sweat proof, baby, sweat proof. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. Okay, so we are back with brows that don't look the same, but it's okay though, because I'm gonna have hair covering one of those brows. So anyway, so the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is go ahead and jump into the Skin Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and first and foremost, you already know, put it on the, I'm gonna use about 2 pumps to begin with. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use my foundation brush. Today I'm gonna start off with the foundation brush and then finish it off with my blending beauty blender. So I'm going to tap into my foundation, and I have about this much on it, and I'm going to press it into my skin. Remember, into your skin. Don't stroke it down like this automatically. That's not what you want. What you want to do is you want to tap it in first, just putting the placements of where you want it to be and getting all the excess foundation on all your product off of your brush first. Then you go ahead and you pound it in. That's why it's called beat the face, okay? It's not called stroke the face for a reason. So you're supposed to go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and, as you can already see, do you see that? Girl, that long well. And I think this foundation is actually a little bit lighter than my complexion, but it works. Once I buff it, once I contour and stuff like that, it works, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pound. And what you also wanna do, the reason why I like to do it on the back of my hand is because I'm not losing no products. I'm not as you can see, I'm already getting like a foundation look. You know, the little dark spots and the blemishes that I have on my face is already starting to disappear. Now, this also is good for you, like if you don't really want to go in with a full coverage, and because you know you have to wear a mask outside and this is also good for you to do, meaning using so much little product that when you do the contouring, concealing, and all of that, you don't have so much product on your face, so you won't have so much makeup transfer. I'm gonna go ahead and pump another 2 pumps onto my skin to do the other side of my face. So now we have 4 pumps, okay? I be counting these pumps because, baby, this foundation is expensive. This ain't nothing to play with. This ain't nothing to be putting on the back of your hand and then being like, oh, I don't need it, and wipe it off. Girl, no, I'm gonna use every bit of my foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in pound. As you can see, I am putting in the areas that I know that I'm going to need it. I'm pounding it into my skin and going around in circles, pounding it. As you can see, this foundation is a little bit lighter than me, but it works. And I think this foundation I probably bought in the winter time because that's why it's so light. If I was you, I would buy foundation in the summertime because it's never too bad to have darker foundation than what you really are. Because you know, in the wintertime, our skins change. So because our skins change, it's always good to have a lighter foundation and a darker foundation, but I prefer to have a darker foundation than lighter because that's why you need concealer. That's why you conceal your face. So I've already went ahead and pounded this in. As you can see, it's a little bit lighter than me. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and use a damp beauty blender. Don't mind the blender, that was my daughter. So a damp beauty blender, and now I'm gonna go ahead and go with 2 more pumps of my NARS foundation. Remember, we gotta make this thing last. It's too expensive to be playing with. So I'm gonna do 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm going to go ahead and put this baby away because I really don't need that much foundation for this no makeup look, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you anyways. Now use a foundation that's up to your budget. Do not be going to Ulta or Sephora and buying NARS off rip unless you got it like that, because NARS is a little bit expensive. And if you're a beginner, I want you to start off with beginner friendly makeup, because then you won't be so upset with, you know, wasting your money. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap on the back of my hand, get about this much product onto my beauty blender, and then I'm going to go ahead and like put it on the areas that I see that I kind of like missed a little bit that needs foundation. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to contour. You know, I contour first before I highlight because I like to be able to erase my mistakes with concealer. So the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and jump into is going to get one of my contouring brushes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use my Juvias Place foundation stick, and I'm gonna go ahead and begin to start to contour my face. Baby, draw on that line that you want. Draw the jaw that you want. If you want it to look strong, draw it on strong. If you don't, you feels me? I'm gonna go ahead and buff it on out. And I forgot to do the forehead, so let's do the forehead today. Remember I said this foundation is too bright for me because I bought it in the winter time. So because I bought it in the winter time, it's a little bit tad bit too light for me. So if I was not to contour my forehead and then, you know, my wig didn't match the color of my girl, I would look a mess. So the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and pick up is my sculpting brush by Real Technique, you know, to sculpt this jaw how I want it to look. And remember, we want that natural look, but we want to get rid of that double chin. Not that I have a double chin, I just got a round face. I mean, I don't care what you say, but yeah. So as you can see, I have like a golden look. I'm not trying to go too deep because like I said, this is going to be a natural no makeup look, but you still want that face to look snatched. Remember that. Make sure you contour your forehead. Make sure you contour by your brows, right up in here. And all I'm doing is tapping it in. Tapping it in, tapping the product into my forehead, tapping it in. I'm not wiping. I'm not wiping because a lot of the times it look like when people are doing makeup, it look like they're wiping the makeup on. That is not what I am doing. I am not wiping it on. I am tapping it into my foundation because at this point my skin is covered with the primer, my skin is covered with the foundation. Now I'm just tapping it into my foundation so that I can have a structure. We're going to go ahead and start to draw our guides. Remember, we draw our guides on after we contoured our face because we want to be able to take away any mistakes we might have made with a contour, with the concealer. Make sure you're taking this all up to the end of your ear. See, you go. Now, unless you got big ears, I don't know, sis. No, I don't know. Everybody's ears are different. I have tiny ears. So my guide is from the end of my ear down to my lip. Contour onto the areas of my jaw that needs to be really light. You know what I'm saying? Like prominent, right? So I went ahead and erased that with my concealer. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and let it sit on my face like this. And now we're gonna go ahead and move into concealing under the eyes. So as you already know, I use Fawn for under my eyes. And because today we're going for a natural look, it's not gonna be so dramatic. I'm just gonna go ahead and, as you already know, contour around my areas of my nose to the end of my brow. I've already gotten a little bit more of the contour out of the way. So So the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and put on is my bronzer with my bronzer brush, because now I have my guides, right? And now remember, I like to let my concealer sit. So I do other things in the meantime to let my concealer sit. My medium beige. My medium beige is the next color that I'm gonna put on top of my concealer. And remember, with this, you don't wanna go past the guide that you've already put with the first concealer, right? So you wanna go ahead and do this. Now, if you're not a person who wanna conceal, skip this step and go on to the next. But I like to look natural, but I still want to look highlighted and very like, you know, like baby. Your Infallible wear in Pecan or whatever color is your lightest color. You want to put it in the inner corners of your eye. Don't go past the middle of your eye, because there's no reason for you to do that. And then kind of like go on like by your nose. So middle of the eye, by your nose, hit the nostrils up, you know, baby, are you okay? Don't get me started. Type of nose. We're gonna leave that on the face. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit. Now, I forgot to conceal my forehead a little bit, so I'm just put one dot of this, because this is gonna cover for all the other colors that we didn't put up there, right? So you have the guides for the cheeks, you have the guides for your under eye, and now all you're gonna do next is bronze the face. So we're gonna go ahead and tap into leader, and then, you know, just bronze the face a little bit. As you can see, it's already dark in my face compared to the other side. See, the other side is barely there. This side is, oh, you ain't ready for this. Ooh. So make sure you tap it off so you don't get too much powder on the first go. So a little goes a long way. You're gonna go ahead and, as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze there in my forehead. With this color, I don't really need to tap in that much, because it's so pigmented and it's just so darker than my complexion that I really don't need that much for it to like really show up. Please, like that, and then just kind of like tap it into your skin. Sharpen, and I haven't even done the top of the concealer. I didn't even start where I usually started. I just started at the bottom. You can see it's starting to get real sharp. I go into the eye with it. Bronzer that I use for my side of my face, just a little bit. Notice I'm not going back in and out like I did on my last video into my bronzer, because this bronzer is dark enough and very pigmented, so you really don't want to, just want to use what you have on your brush to get the nose to where you want it to be, because it's so dark you don't want to tap in and tap out and have too much. You're gonna go to that end of that brow, because remember, we're not doing too much today. Go to the end of the brow, make sure you contour that nose, What I'm gonna go ahead and do is use the back of my beauty blender that had the leftover foundation and tap it into the conceal area that was a little bit too bright for me, and tone it down, because it is just too much. It is disrespectful at this point. It's disrespectful to the point that somebody will feel offended at your job, like you came to work like that. Like, go back in the house and try that again. Okay, y'all. So now we have a very polished look, right? So this is what you want. But now you're gonna have to add your powders to fix it, okay? Because this is absolutely too bright and not okay. It is not okay to be looking like this in these streets. Like, it is not okay to be out here like this. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do next is, you see how the under my eyes is starting to crease already? We're gonna go ahead and get our powders. As you guys know, I like to use Laura Mercier and Sacha Buttercup and mix them together to get the perfect color for me. Because my highlighter is already very pigmented, I don't want to do anything but set my face. So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I'm gonna go ahead and set my jawline for my contour. make sure you get the side of that nose first. You want that to sit longer than anywhere else on your face. Then now you're gonna go ahead and use the rest and pound it, put it on top of your forehead, put some under your eye. Everywhere that we just concealed that was looking crazy, you wanna go ahead and tone it down with the yellow. Turn it down with the yellow, cause that's why I have the yellow in there and the foundation. Now because we're not gonna be doing anything on the lids, we wanna just look nice, clean, and professional. You're gonna go ahead and put it on top of your lids, because you don't want anywhere that you just put the concealer to crease on you. That's just not the look, honey. That is not the look. And your concealer has a way of disrespecting you like that. I mean, there's no other way to put it. There's no better term for me in my vocabulary than disrespect. The disrespect be real. When your concealer go to creasing and start having them lines and start to like fall off your face, it be like, oh my. Has like a very fine end to do it to the middle of your nose. Brush it off, brush it off, brush it off, brush it down. You can brush it down, but I'm also brushing and tapping it in at the same time. What I'm not doing is just brushing it off my face. I'm tapping it in and brushing it down. But make sure you're precise down here, because remember, you want your contour to stay snatched, okay? Make sure you get under that eye. That under the eye like to be disrespectful and crease up on you. So make sure you are tapping any powder that you got left up under that eye. You do not want them creases, because I don't sleep, so that's why I got creases under my eye. Excess powder that don't want to go into the nostrils, you wipe it down. So once you went ahead and did that, you went ahead and got rid of all the powder that you put on your face as much as possible. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Fit Me what is this, press powder? Yes, my Fit Me press powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap it in, and then I'm not gonna have any mercy. In and off, in and off. And then I'm gonna tap it into my whole entire face, because I'm trying to bring my face back together to the original color that I wanted it to be. But because we messed up a little bit, we're gonna fix it. You can see that, but it just brought down my highlight. So now it don't look too highlighted. Because remember, too highlighted is too much, and I'm gonna use my Morphe continuous setting spray, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray down all this powder, because right now I'm looking like a cake batter, okay? Like, do you wanna cook me? No, I'm sorry, don't disregard that. Very generous when you spraying your face down, because what you wanna do is you wanna get all that powder to sit on your face, but you want it to look good. So once you spray down your face and you have the face completely on, go back in with your beauty blender, and any part of the spray that didn't dry up, just go ahead and tap it into your skin. It's not gonna do anything but tap it into your skin. So this is what your skin should look like. So now you are polished and good to go. But do not leave the house unless you put on some mascara, because remember, we put powder and we put concealer all on the top of our lids, so our lashes are not there. So because this look is going to be simple, I'm not doing any highlight, contour, I'm not doing anything else to my face but looking matte. I'm now going to go ahead and do my eyes for you. But I like to use this mascara here because it has a really good brush that helps you get your lashes right. So it's angled, so you can kind of like do stuff like that to it. So it's really helpful for my beginners out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Maybelline, and then what you want to do is you want to do under the brows, under your eyes, and you want to do like a sweeping motion. Do not go into the eyes. Go under it and then get like the very tiny front part of your hair. Like, you don't want to be underneath it and then tap on your skin and accidentally get black under your skin. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to sweep it, sweep it, sweep it, let it dry, sweep it, come back, okay? I went ahead and did one eye with mascara so that you can see what the natural beat would look like, right? So as you can see, the eye that I already did, you can see that it's already, you know, very apparent, very, oh my gosh, versus the side that I didn't do anything to. You don't see anything in my eyes, no nothing, like no lashes, it's just there. It's just there. I look cake face, it's just not gonna work for us. So what you always wanna do is, you always wanna make sure that you're doing under your eye and on top of your eye if you don't want to wear lashes. So now you would be good to go if you didn't want to put on lashes. You are good to go. You set your face once. You really don't have to set your face again after you put on mascara, because you might accidentally spray your face and the mascara might get on your face. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. Because I like to wear lashes, you would do it the opposite way. You would do under your eye, then put on your lashes, and then sweep under your lashes. So now I'm gonna show you what it looks like once I put on my lashes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the lips. And because we want to keep it very corporate America, you know what I'm saying, like very corporate America, very appropriate for the office, you know, you want to go ahead and keep it nice and clean off your lip. Please clean off your lips. Like, you do not want to put on lipstick or lip liner on lips that have foundation all over it. Just take your time and clean off your lip. So now if you want a really, really matte look and you don't want like to put on any gloss or anything like that, I'm gonna go ahead and start and use some beginner friendly stuff so that you can go ahead and get it yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and use this NYX pencil liner and the color Downtown Beauty. And that just helps you bring the lip together. You know, make sure you do like a little heart when you're doing your lips. That's the best way that I can describe it, is like drawing on a heart, so that your lips don't look weird. Like a drugstore lipstick first. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Wet n Wild. The color is Will You Be With Me? Okay, I will try. Let's see what it looks like on my lips. So this is like a pinkish nude. So, I mean, if you're not going for this look, then this is not the lipstick for you. You're not gonna put that much. I'm gonna put it on the bottom of my lips and then I'm gonna pat my lips together because it's brighter than I expected it to be. And that just gives you that, like, you know, corporate, like, boss thugging, you know. Sorry. Go ahead and go in with another NYX lipstick to tone down the pink just a tad bit, because you know I want to look serious. You see, this is the perfect color to bring it down to that natural matte. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscription button right here, okay? Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and head over to my channel so you can see all my other videos. I'm pretty sure you'll learn something from those too. As always, I love you. Bye.